It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at DJI. Get yourself your own drone by going over to geekazine.com/DJI. Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. June 3rd. 1880, Alexander Graham Bell transmits the first wireless telephone message using his photophone, which operated by translating the vibration of light reflected from mirrors rather than electrical signals into sound. 1889, the Canadian Pacific Railway was completed coast to coast. Also in 1889, the first long-distance electric power transmission line in the United States was completed. It ran 14 miles between Willamette Falls and Portland, Oregon. 1965, the launch of Gemini 4, the first multi-day space mission by the NASA crew, starts. Major Edward H. White does the first ever spacewalk. 1984, Commodore International introduced the MPS 803 dot matrix printer for use with the Commodore 16, the DSP 1101 letter quality daisy wheel printer designed for the Plus 4, and the MPS 802 dot matrix printer with the 1531 cassette unit. Commodore International also introduced the Commodore 16, formerly known as the TED 16. System looks like a VIC-20 in Commodore 64, but features 16 kilobits of RAM and was expected to sell for about $100. It was deemed the learning machine. And also in 1984, Commodore Plus 4, formerly called the Commodore 264, was released. It was priced at $300. 1990, Nintendo sues Louis Galoob Toys in an attempt to prevent Game Genie from reaching the market. 1992, Microsoft implements 3-for-2 stock split approved by the board in April. The cash was paid in lieu of fractional shares. 1996, version 3.1 of the Slackware Linux distribution was released by creator Patrick Volderding. Slackware was the most notable of its policy for incorporating only stable releases of applications. And now this word from our friends over at DJI Technologies. The Phantom 3 has been released just in time for all your springtime flying. In both professional and advanced models, the Phantom is one of the most popular drones out there. And it can make you feel like a kid again, just like when you got your first RC car years ago. With video up to 4K, you can have fun taking overhead shots, aerial footage in parks or by the lake, or you can just fly over your house to see how many of your kids' toys ended up on the roof, or if your roof even survived the winter. I encourage you to go over to geekazine.com/DJI so you can get free shipping on that DJI Phantom, and it supports the Day in Tech History. Then go out to the park and have a ton of fun. Geeky fun with DJI. Now let's get back into your Day in Tech History. In 2000, in national radio address, U.S. President William Clinton announced the plan to make $128 million in grants available to programs to train teachers to use computers. 2002, SBC and Yahoo launch a national internet dial-up service. 2004, version 4.3.7 of the PHP programming language was released. 2008, Intel announced the G45 and G43 chipsets for video playback enhancement. They also announced the P45 for faster memory and with a chipset that contained 2 graphic card slots. Also in 2008, Time Warner announced that they were ready to test metered net use in Beaumont, Texas, 5 gigabit and 40 gigabit caps for customers having to pay $1 a gig overage. Walmart tests online classified ads on the site. They were powered by Oodle.com. AT&T started offering Wi-Fi at Starbucks. T-Mobile lost the contract to AT&T about a couple months prior. And Yahoo set their shareholder meeting on August 1st to discuss the proxy fight brought on by Carl Icahn during the Microsoft-Yahoo bid war. Carl earlier in the day stated that Jerry Yang had to step down for Yahoo to become successful again. 2009, Apple, Amazon.com, Amdocs, American Express, Apple, Barnes & Noble, Best Buy, Cabela's, Citigroup, eBay, Firstview, and many other companies were sued by Actis on 4 technology patents dealing with e-commerce. Also in 2009, Apple announced that they will be building a new server farm in North Carolina, investing $1 billion in the state. Yahoo sued the NFL on fantasy rights. The NFL tried to tell people that they cannot use the players' names or likeness for their fantasy leagues without paying a royalty. Yahoo claims it no longer needs the union's permission to use the players' information, citing an April court decision. Second Life hosted the commencement ceremony for online students graduating from Bryant and Stratton College. The founder, Philip Rosedale, was the guest speaker. Couple more in 2009, the Nehalem Core i7 came out. i7 975 was priced at $999. The i7 950, which basically had identical specifications, except for a lower 3.06 gigahertz clock speed, was priced at $562. HP introduced the M9600T tower with the i7 975 and 1 gigabit NVIDIA GeForce graphics card for $1,900. And Falcon Northwest Mach 5 was also released at more than $4,000 with 6 gigabytes of memory, 1 gigabyte NVIDIA GeForce GTS 250 graphics card, and 256 gigabyte solid-state drive. And in 2013, Private Bradley Manning's trial for leaking classified information to WikiLeaks begins. And open source guru Atul Chitnis passes away at 50. And that's your day in tech history. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.